I want to say good evening to everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. This is the ward meeting for the City of Forest Park that I host every third Thursday of the month. The information is being recorded so that you can go back and listen to it if you're not able to join us live. But I do appreciate us. I call them our subject matter experts. These are people in the City of Forest Park that really run the city. And in their respective departments, they have information that they're going to share with you all this evening. So we're going to start off with our Public Works Department and Director Jinks, and I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. I think you have this information that you wanted to share. Let's see. Come on up, Director Jinks. You want to do the waste management part first, or? I don't know.
We
which
can
one.
start the
This
one on
one?
left first.
Here you go.
Good evening, everybody. This is Bobby Jinks, Director of Public Works. What you see on the screen, if you are new to the city, if you live on the north side of the railroad tracks, your garbage pickup's on Monday and recycling is on Thursday. If you're on the south side of the railroad tracks, garbage pickup's on Tuesday and recycling on Friday. And what you see on the screen is the items that you should put in your recycling container on Thursday or Friday, whichever side that you live in. And if you'll just take a look, the main thing is pizza boxes are not allowed because they're contaminated. You can't put regular household garbage. And if you'd like some of these, just call Public Works or swing by Public Works. We'd be more than happy to give you a magnet. It's just a little informational thing. And I'll see about getting this put up on the website also. And did you want to switch over to the other screen? Just basically went over recycling. What you see on the screen is a door hanger that we put out. It's in English and Spanish. And basically it just gives you some of the rules and regulations for your organic material that you put out beside the street. You can put up to 15 bags. They cannot weigh more than 30 pounds a piece. And then if you have limbs, they can't be more than 5 foot long or 4 inches in diameter. And they also need to be tied and bundled no more than 30 pounds a piece. If you decide that you don't want to do that, we do offer the recycling center that you can bring your organic and your recycling material over there. It's on Lamar Drive. If you know where the police station is, just drive across past the police station, and right before you get to the end of the street, look to the right, and that's the recycling center. It's open from 8 to 12, Monday through Saturday. And you must show proof of residence. You must live within inside the city limits of Forest Park. And then your other option is if you have a large amount and you don't have a way to get the recycling center, you could call our office and they would come out and they would give you an estimate for the city to pick it up. Now you got to understand, a lot of these estimates start at $55 and up. So you got to think, if you put a pickup truck load out there, it may be $75. Large logs, it all goes by the weight. So the main thing is you got to understand, if you pay somebody to do a job, make sure they haul it off, because we don't clean up behind contractors. And I know that is a problem, that people come by and give a low bid and say, oh, just put it out by the street, the city will get it. Well, trust me, in the long run, you'll wind up spending more money, or be cheaper to get a roll off and load it up yourself. And that also can be handled through our Public Works Department. Can get one delivered out there and picked up. You just have to call and pay a fee ahead of time and they get it delivered. And then another option, and fire department may correct me because I sort of got put on the spot. You may burn leaves and limbs with a permit from the fire department only in the months of September through May. They can correct me if I'm wrong on that. And for any senior citizens or disabled residents within the city limits, if you're not able to get your can to the street, you can call the office and we can get you a medical form that you have to take to the doctor's office and get it filled out and get it signed. And we'll pick it up at the house. And we do check these every 2 years, so they have to be updated every 2 years. So God forbid, if the person passes away and somebody else moves in the house, they're not getting backdoor service for free. And that's about all I have. Public Works, has anybody got any questions I can add to this? Okay.
All right, thank you, Director Jinks. From our Public Works Department, let me let a couple more people in. So for those of you that don't know, this segment tonight is regarding what would you do? What do you need to do? And this is an information section from our subject matter expert to let you know some of the things that you need to do or be aware of how to do. And we're gonna move on to our police department. We have Sergeant Whitehead in the building. So we're gonna move to Sergeant Whitehead.
Good afternoon. How's everybody doing?
Doing great, keep going.
All right. I am Whitehead with the Forest Park Police Department, and I'm here this afternoon to kind of discuss a few things, what to do. And one of the questions that we were asked is pretty much what is the difference between a 911 emergency call and a non-emergency call? Well, an emergency call is when a person or property is in immediate danger, is in immediate danger. And when someone is in immediate danger, let's say something like any type of shooting, a vehicle accident where there's injury, overturned vehicle, armed robbery, house fire, things to that level. Those are emergency calls where you just dial 911 and not the non-emergency number. Now, our non-emergency number is 404-366-4141. That's the number you'll call for anything that's non-emergency. Some things that we categorize as non-emergency are things such as a lost wallet, someone losing their wallet. Trying to think what's another good one. That is non-emergency. It's an emergency to you because you lost your wallet and your ID and you really need these things. But to us, it's like it's a non-emergency call. Also, what we deem as non-emergency, let's say if someone broke into your vehicle, but it happened 3 days ago. That's not an emergency anymore. Now, if someone is in the process of breaking in your vehicle, then that's a little bit different. Or if you're home with a burglary, if the burglary is in progress, that's an emergency. But if the burglary happened weeks ago, then that's going to be a little different. And when it's a non-emergency call, that will also dictate our response time. Any emergency calls, that's when we're gonna come licensed siren as a priority. We'll definitely we're gonna send somebody there immediately. Non-emergency calls, our officers, they're not gonna respond with licensed siren. They will respond in a normal manner. So those are some of the examples I can give you as for to differentiate emergency and non-emergency. One of the other things that we ask, there's some animal control questions, and my animal control officer, Juwanza Glover, he should be on his way to answer some of those. Okay, yeah, he's here. He's here. Speaking of him, one of the other questions: do the police department have any kind of programs that the residents can sign up for to help the community? Well, some of the things that we do have, we still have the Citizen Police Academy. We still have the Triad program. The only thing about that, and we still do the neighborhood watch meetings. We still, all the programs that we've had in the past, we still have those programs. They're not, at this particular time, due to COVID, a lot of things have been slowed. And once things clear up with that, then those programs will continue being up and running like they always have. I said, when COVID came about, that truly affected a lot of things that we do, and that kind of slowed down a lot of our programs. For instance, like that's just like our court. At this time, we still are not having court within our facility. Everything's still online. So as soon as things get better, then we'll go back to having those programs as well. One of the questions that I'll ask is was searching. That's something that's put on by the fire department, not the police department. So if you guys, if that's something that anyone's interested in, please, you can direct those questions toward the fire department. And I think that's a pretty good program as well. Alarm systems, residential alarms. Yes, it was asked if they have an alarm system, do they need to notify the police department, and why? If there's a form to fill out, is that form online or at the police department? Yes, there is a form that you fill out. It's called a registration form. And I have a copy of it. You won't be able to see this further. You want to post it? Okay, Ms. Jane, she's going to post that for us. But anyway, there's a copy of the actual alarm registration form. It is not online. You can come up to the Forest Park Police Department and get a copy of that, fill that out, and you can turn that in over to our records department, and they will assist you with that. Now, why do we ask folks to do this? Because with the registration form, it has important information on it. We have both. It's both for business and residential. It gives us a key holder's information. So if your alarm goes off, and let's say your door is open, could it be a burglar? Maybe not. It could be one of those situations to where the homeowner may have left and they was in a hurry and they didn't completely secure the door. But what we'll do, we'll come out, we're going to make sure everything is fine. We're going to determine whether there was forced entry or not, but we're going to notify the key holder. The key holder is you, that's the homeowner. We're going to give you a call and let you know what we found. And that information will be documented on the registration form. It helps us to notify you if we find anything in your absence. Okay. One of the other questions, well, back to the neighborhood watch meetings. Yes, we're still having the neighborhood watch meetings. And again, however, they've been slow due to COVID. But like I said, as soon as we get the green light, we will definitely go back to doing that. Okay. And we strongly encourage everyone to come out when we have those neighborhood watch meetings, because there's some very good, valuable information that's passed on. Last but not least, how do you sign up for the police hotline, severe weather warning, etc.? As for severe weather, those are some things that are posted online. As far as our hotline, our tip line, what you do, you go to the City of Forest Park website and click on departments. Now, once you click on the departments, each city department will show up. Go to the police department. Once you go to the police department, there's a place down. I want to say if you stroll down, it should be on your left. You click on submit a tip, and at that point, you'll be able to type in whatever tip it is that you may have, and we'll get it, and we will address that. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to appreciate. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions, anybody have any questions? School, yes. Yes, school. That's at the very bottom of my little cheat sheet here. School start, the first day of school is August the 3rd, 2020. Okay, 2022, 2022. All right, that's when school starts back. And at that time, one of the things I want everybody to pay attention to, when you enter a school zone, there's a stop sign, a sign there, not a stop sign, but a speed sign. It'll start flashing. Now, a lot of times it'll say 35, it has a breakdown of the actual speeds, and I don't want to give those speeds out because I don't want to be incorrect about it, but you'll have one speed, and then below it, you'll have a second speed. Now, when those lights are flashing, the lower the speeds, that's what you go by, okay? That is what you go by. And you have to definitely adjust your speeds accordingly when you're in these school zones. Also, one of the things that we have in the city is called it's called red speed. Those are little cameras that we have on the school zones, to where if anyone comes through and they are speeding, it's all documented and citations are issued. Yeah, and they work. Trust me, they do work. They start at Yeah, 7 o'clock. Yeah, 7 a.m. up to, I want to say about 6 in the afternoon. 6 in the afternoon. 'Cause, huh? That was a little later than that. Yeah, I think 6 o'clock. Yeah, 6 o'clock. Yes, yeah. So if you're going through those school zones, because a lot of folks have complained, even with the schools being out, well, after school hours, not school being out, because during the summer, those cameras are not activated. During the summer months, they're not, but during the school, they only activated during the school months, during school time. So, yes, we've had some folks call it, well, okay, kids out of school, it's 3 o'clock, they're out. We still have kids walking, we still have foot traffic, and we still have to honor that and respect them as well, and look out for those kids that walk to and from school. Because a lot of times, even though school's out, you still have after school programs where kids will still be on the property. So we still have to honor that and keep that in mind. Okay? Any more questions?
Another thing I was on, was the Ash.
No.
Right on Ash, just kind of remind, because there's no crossing guard and there's a lot of kids. Ash and
Over by the Ash Street Center?
Pat, yeah, it's no, and there's no
That is
patrol
one,
there.
that's one of the intersections that we're one of the areas that we're monitoring, because you're absolutely right, Ash Street Center. It's an interesting situation, right?
And Ash and
Mhm.
Pine, there's no patrol officer there. So be mindful of those kids.
Yes, definitely. Anytime we see children out, guys, let's be mindful of that, because like I said, they're back in school. And a lot of them don't ride the school bus. They walk to school and walk home from school. So let's definitely be mindful of that and keep an eye out for them. Okay, because like she stated, there are some intersections where there are no crossing guards. A lot of the crossing guards are pretty much right at the schools, like over here at the high school, Bab Middle School. There's one at that intersection there and a couple other intersections. And while we're on the topic of schools, to my understanding, they are doing some renovations to Forest Park Middle. Yes. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's you. Okay, you're gonna talk about that? No, they won't be there at all, right? Yeah, that's what, that's the understanding that we have, that they are totally renovating that. Yes. Okay, all right. Just a little FYI. I think I kind of got ahead of myself. Someone else will talk about that, but all right. But yeah. Okay, what I have Mr. Glover with me, and he's one of the 2 animal control officers. He's here to share some information with you as well. If you guys got any questions for me, feel free to ask, okay?
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Good afternoon, how you doing?
Great.
Okay, so I got some few questions that I'm gonna answer about animal control. First one is pets locked in the vehicle. We all need to know that there's a state law that states that no animal can be left inside of a car from April 1st to September the 1st. There's a state law. And that is the reason, because those are between the hottest months and, and the conditions worsen. So the first thing you can do is contact dispatch with the make, model, and color and license plate of that vehicle, and kind of monitor the animal's condition until an animal control officer or a PD officer arrives. And also, I like to encourage people to, if it's nearby businesses around, just kind of see if someone is the owner of that car, so that way they can go for it from there. So another question is animal not on a leash. If you see an animal, if you encounter an animal that's not on a leash, just notify dispatch so an officer can be out there, and so we can respond properly. And yeah, that's about all the questions that was on there. And the number to animal control is just call 911 dispatch. Okay.
Thank you.
Real quick, my bad, I forgot. Numbers to call, if you want to call the watch office directly, their number is 404-366-7280, or you can call the non-emergency number 404-366-4141 and actually extension 203. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Officer Glover and Sergeant Whitehead. I appreciate that information. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, Captain Whitehead. I apologize. I apologize. I got to give you your kudos while you have it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move to our fire department, keeping with our public works department. We'll come back to you, Ms. Williams. Ms. Williams getting on me. Chief, we have Chief Clemens online with us. Chief Clemens, you have the floor.
All right, good evening, everybody. Good evening. Thank you for having me, Councilwoman James. Let me go ahead and clarify and confirm the outdoor burning. Forest Park residents may obtain a permit for outdoor burning between October 1st and April 30th. October burning is banned in the Metro Atlanta area between May 1st and September 30th. Residents are allowed to burn leaves, small limbs, and pine straw only. Large limbs, tree stumps, construction material, and garbage may not be burned. No burning shall be conducted without having first obtaining a burn permit from the fire department. There is no cost for a residential burning permit. Permits are good for 1 day only and may be revoked for any cause. For a residential burn permit, you can contact one of our fire stations and our personnel will assist you. Our non-emergency number for that is 404-366-4141. Now I'm going to digress to the question that was posed to me. What is an emergency versus a non-emergency? You've heard it from the police department's perspective. Now you're here from the fire department's perspective. An emergency is a serious, unexpected, and often dangerous situation requiring immediate action. Think of anything that can be detrimental to anyone's life safety. A non-emergency is a situation that does not require immediate action, typically with regard to a person's health. For an example, a water leak that you may have in your residence is not an emergency. That's a non-emergency situation. Another question that was posed to us was, can you get your blood pressure checked at the fire department? The answer to that is yes. All residents or anyone in the city of Forest Park can go to one of our fire stations and have your blood pressures checked. This is typically between the hours of 8 and 5, 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Another question was, does the fire department check or install smoke detectors? Yes, we do. The fire marshal's office maintains a program designed to provide free smoke detectors to citizens who cannot afford them. We will even come to your home and show you where you need the smoke detectors. We can install the smoke detectors if you are unable to do so. Additionally, here are a few smoke detector tips. Change your clock. Change your batteries. Make it a habit to change your batteries in your smoke detectors when you change time twice a year. Detectors older than 10 years old should be replaced with new ones. Smoke detectors should be placed in or near sleeping quarters. Clean your smoke detectors. Dust and dirt can clog the device and slow down the time it takes to respond to a fire. Check your smoke detectors monthly. If it fails to sound an alarm, change the battery. If it still doesn't work, get a replacement. If you are interested in this program, you need more information on smoke detectors or need a smoke detector, call our fire marshal's office at 404-608-2374. Third question, does the fire department have any kind of programs that the residents may sign up for to help the community? As you heard Captain Whitehead says, we have the CERT program, our Community Emergency Response Team. Some of the things we train you on as a volunteer for that particular team are disaster preparedness, survival skills, rescuer safety, fire safety and suppression, basic disaster medical operations, light search and rescue, radio operations, traffic management, and teamwork. If you would like to be a part of our CERT team, again, this is a volunteer program that the community may volunteer for in the event of any natural disaster or any time we need the CERT team to assist us with events. Contact 404-608-2373. If you have a medical alert button, should you notify the fire department? Well, with medical alert buttons, usually this is provided from a contractor or some company that, or monitoring company that comes out and assists you with your medical alert needs. You should provide that contractor or that company as much details as possible, such as your medical background, your address, that they may, once you press that button, that they may send the appropriate response if needed. So to answer that question, no, you do not contact the fire department. You should be able to press that button, and that button will contact the monitoring company, and the monitoring company will notify in the event that the fire department, in the event that you have an emergency. Is there a fire tips hotline? We do not necessarily have a fire tip hotline, but you can visit our department Facebook page and get updates on all things preparedness for the fire department. Or you can check us out on our new app, our Neighbors Public Safety Service, provided by Ring, at https://neighbors.ring.com. This is a great resource for timely events that is specific to just this area. That is Neighbors, provided by Ring. Similar to the Ring camera, they provide a service for public safety personnel, and we can provide you any preparedness information or any just general information that the community may need to know. On August 6th, the fire department will be hosting our very first open house. We're very excited about providing this to the community. The community can come out on August 6th between the hours of 12 and 6 p.m. And we'll have truck demonstrations, equipment demonstration, station tours. Children will learn how to use fire hose. We'll have fire safety tips. We'll do hands-only CPR. We'll do fire drill activities. We're gonna have free food. And following the open house, same day, we're gonna have an award ceremony where we'll be highlighting our 2021 award recipients. Our personnel has done a dynamic job, some awesome work in the Forest Park Fire Department, and it does my heart great to highlight those members that have been promoted, that have gotten degrees, that have committed to outstanding service. So that day you're in for a real treat. Our open house followed by our award ceremony, where you're going to see all of our latest new equipment and lots of fun things to do. Bring the kids out. I'm hoping to have some greater things for the kids, hopefully have some snow cones out there, et cetera, et cetera. Hey, we're still hiring. Forest Park Fire Department are still hiring firefighters and EMTs and paramedics. Join our amazing organization. If you are committed to helping people, we're here. That's what we're here for, serving your community, giving back. Visit our website at www.forestpark.ga.gov. Put in your application. Come on and serve. Join a wonderful team and be joyous in doing it. Thank you, Councilwoman James. I think that's all I have for the community. And you have any questions, more than likely happy to answer any questions. We're doing some amazing things here, and I'm happy to serve.
Thank you, Chief Clemens. I appreciate that information. Let's go to our Recs Department Director Maxwell.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Good. You had something you wanted me to share on the screen, is that right?
Yeah, but she's gonna share it last though.
Okay, got you. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna first of all speak on the things we offer at the Recreation Department. One, our memberships. Memberships are absolutely free for Forest Park citizens. With your membership, you get access to the basketball courts, the weight room, the fitness room, and the swimming pools. So that's what you get with your memberships. If you're not a Forest Park resident, it's $15 a month or $45 for 3 months. So those are the memberships we offer, or you can get a daily pass, $2 for kids. Seniors that do not stay in the city of Forest Park pretty much pay $5 for the year for a membership. And that gets you access to the same activities as everyone else. What we also have going on, we have 3 facilities that you can rent out for events, parties, weddings. We have 696 Main Street, we have 850 Main Street, and we also rent out the ballroom at the Senior Center. Our ballrooms rent out, they're on them 6-hour blocks or 8-hour blocks, 10-hour blocks, or pretty much all day. They average about Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is $65 an hour. And on Monday through Thursday is $45 an hour. You can also, the time frame for those rentals, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is from pretty much on Friday and Saturday, it's pretty much 9 to 11. And on Sundays, we go pretty much from 9 to 8 o'clock. Monday through Thursday is from 8 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock at night. If you decide you wanted to rent it, there's $150 security deposit, which you get back after the event if you leave on time and the facility is clean. We also rent out the amphitheater and the Kiwanis Stadium and the pavilions. The pavilions are $100 for the day. You get that pretty much any day of the week, and it's $100. The amphitheater, the first 2 hours is $150, and it's $25 each additional hour. The Kiwanis Stadium, we rent that out, and it's pretty much $225 for the first 2 hours and $25 each additional hour. We also rent out the gym. The gym, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is $75 an hour. And Monday through Thursday, it is $50 an hour. So those are the things that you can take advantage of if you're a citizen or non-resident. If you're not a resident, it's just a one-time $25 charge for rentals of the facilities. What else do we offer? Pretty much we have some special events coming up. Can you post the special events so I can speak about them? Hello?
Just one
Okay.
second.
We can start with this one. This Saturday, we have our Fitness in the Park Zumba edition. It's absolutely free. You come out to the amphitheater and we start at 10 and it's pretty much over with around 11:45, 12 o'clock. It's free. You come out, we got an amazing Zumba instructor that'll put you through a good workout. And we also have energy drink that's sponsored by a local herbal shop. So it's a nice energy drink that'll give you energy before and after your workout. So please come on out this Saturday. It's once again at Star Park Amphitheater from 10 to 12. We got a DJ and a great Zumba instructor. Also this Sunday, we have our second adults only pool party. Once again, the adults have been giving us some concerns because every time they came to the pool, it was nothing but kids and they couldn't enjoy themselves. So we decided to throw a couple of adults only pool parties. You must be 21 to get in and have on proper swimwear, and you must have on swimwear to enter. If you do not have swimwear, you cannot enter the pool area. It's $5 and it's cash only. And it goes from 6 to 9. We have live music and games and pool toys for the adults to just sit back and enjoy and just have the pool to themselves. That's this Sunday at Star Park Outdoor Pool from 6 to 9. All right, we have our final game time. It's the back to school edition next Thursday at the Star Park Amphitheater. And it's Star Park Amphitheater, and it's pretty much starts at 6 o'clock. And we'll be giving away book bag and school supplies sponsored by Ms. Victoria Williams, District 4, and the House of Rings organization. They got clear book bag, paper, pens, and all of that for the kids to pretty much do. That goes down next Thursday at Star Park Amphitheater at 6 o'clock. Come enjoy free food, ice cream, bounce houses, cornhole, and we're also doing some giveaways. So I think, do I have one more? All right, this is our step aerobic jamboree. We're calling out all our step aerobics. Anybody that's interested in step aerobic, we got a major instructor coming in, and it's gonna be pretty much what we calling a party on steps. So y'all make sure y'all come out. It's absolutely free. You got to go on the Eventbrite to register so we can keep up with the amount of people that's pretty much coming on. And I'm telling you, this is going to be a high energy fitness workout / party, and that goes down July the 30th. That's next Saturday from 11 to 1. You do not have to have your own steps. We have some, but if you do have your steps, pretty much bring them out. Only thing we're asking you to do is bring some water and have fun. And I think that's pretty much it with the Recreation and Leisure Service Department. If anybody have any questions, just let me know and I'll be happy to answer.
Thank you, Director Maxwell. Appreciate you, sir. We're gonna go ahead and move right into Ms. Victoria Williams, our school board, District 4. No, district, what district is it? I don't know. District 4, yeah, it's District 4. I said 4. Come on up, Ms. Williams. Come on up.
People wonder why I'm down with these friends.
That's my friend. She my friend.
Yeah. Hello, Victoria Williams, District 4, with a few announcements. Okay, everybody said half my announcements already, but school start back August 3rd. Watch out for the speed cameras. We have our board meetings the first and last Monday of every month at 6 o'clock, right here, central office in Jonesboro. You already mentioned the backpack giveaway. That's July 28th for Clayton County students. And we also be giving out backpacks to all the students at their local schools. So if they can't make it to the backpack drives, they will have backpacks at the school for the kids that need it. And the county's backpacks, back to school bash is July 30th from 10 to 1 at Drew High School. And the open house for all the schools at the exact same time for every elementary school is 1 to 3, July 28th, Thursday, 3 to 5 for the middle school, and 5 to 7 for the high school. That's for every school in the county, same time. And we are renovating Forest Park Middle School for the next 18 months, so there will be no students over there. Not sure if the camera still works, but the kids won't be there. That it is getting torn all the way down and redone. If you haven't seen the video, look me up. I'll share it with you. It'll be a very, very nice addition to the Forest Park community. STEM school, STEM community school. Thank you. If you have any questions, call Ms. James. She got my number.
That's my friend. That's my friend. And by the way, the book bags for this year for the Clayton County schools are clear. So if you're gonna buy any kids a book bag, make sure you buy clear book bags. No student in Clayton County Public Schools can have a book bag that is not clear. So if you're gonna buy any students a book bag, make sure there is clear. We're gonna go to Supervisor Ken in our zoning department to give us some updates. Mr. Fleming, you have the floor.
Good evening, Councilwoman James. How are you, ma'am?
Good evening, doing great.
And also distinguished directors that are present and our distinguished citizens that are here. Well, what I'd first like to start off with is to answer some questions citizens might have. And one may be, what is code enforcement? And I'd like to briefly state that code enforcement is the act of investigation and inspections of alleged violations of the city ordinances for the purpose of confirming whether or not such violations exist, then arriving at the elimination of the violation or enforcement of the codes by contact with the property owner, and ultimately, if necessary, through a public hearing before the environmental court. Tickets we don't want to issue. Voluntary compliance is our main goal when we go out there to inspect properties for code violations via proactively or reactively through complaints. One of the main goals of code enforcement program is to bring to the attention of residential and business owners any existing code violations which could have a negative impact on their neighborhood. Many such code violations are referred to as a public nuisance, and through voluntary compliance, cooperation, and a spirit of personal responsibility for the well-being of our community, conditions which create code violations can be eliminated, and the program will succeed in making the city of Forest Park a better place to live. You ask, what are some code violations that we have? They can be anywhere from building code violations where you want to add on to your house and you have to obtain a permit to do that. If you want to do plumbing to your house, a new sewer line to install, you need a permit for that. If electrical, you want to upgrade your electrical system, you need a permit for that. You need a licensed electrician to come to our office and obtain that permit. Pretty much everything you knew that you add to your house or build onto, you will need a permit. And that way we'll have an inspector come out and make sure the repairs or the work was done by code for safety reasons, especially for the electrical systems. We just had a car over on Kennesaw Drive. It was being chased by the police. They hit a telephone pole and all the wiring was pulled from 4 different homes. So now they don't have power there. But what they have to get somebody, an electrician, to pull a permit to make repairs, so they will have power once again at that location. And it's a sad situation, but pretty much anything you do, you need a permit on. But what are some violations or what we mostly see with homeowners and renters and business owners is, well, with business, we address the business license. And sometimes a license will expire and we have to notify these business operators to renew. And if not, then we have to issue citations to appear in court. Zoning issues we have where you may have a residential property that's operating an auto repair shop there, which is a zoning violation and not allowed. One thing we're seeing now in residential areas, single family residential homes, that has family members living there, blood, marriage, or adoption, but we're starting to see limited liability companies buying homes and turning them into mini apartments where they have 8 different bedrooms in the house, 8 strangers living in there, sharing the bathrooms and the kitchens, which that's a zoning violation. And we've had court cases on that already. So there's a lot to do in the code enforcement field. We have sign violations where permits are not obtained to display your sign at businesses. We see a lot of signs being stuck in the ground advertising that they buy junk cars, that they buy homes. And these are illegal to advertise in such a way with these sign issues. I've got pictures of cases that we've had to kind of give you a better idea, but property maintenance is one of the big things that we deal with now. You know, in the grass growing season, you can't allow your weeds or grass to exceed a height of 6 inches. so it doesn't create a harborage for rodents and reptiles, which create unhealthy conditions for the community. But also with property maintenance for inoperable vehicles, the vehicle that's placed on your property, it must be in an operative state and currently registered with a tag displayed and not in a state of disrepair, because it only becomes a blight in that community. Another violation for property maintenance would be storing furniture and appliances out in your yard. They must be contained inside of a building. Don't want to see refrigerators out there. A small child could get in it and not be able to get back out. But furniture and appliances, it's not manufactured for outdoor use. So we ask that you keep it inside a building until such time you decide to dispose of it, sell it, or, remove it from your property. Another issue is trash and debris, and we see this quite a bit, where, the small children will go outside with their drink bottles or their wrappers from food, and it's just tossed on the ground. But, so we have to make contact with the residents and encourage them to please maintain and pick up that trash on a daily basis if need be, so we don't have a blight in the area. And we had a bad case today where we have a house where a lady lives, and it's in a state where she can't really control what goes on in her property. So we have a lot of homeless people congregating at this location and only creating piles of garbage on the property. And we're at a point now that we may have to ask, well, we did get an order from the court to abate the property. I mean, the city just goes out there and cleans it up and puts a lien on it. So we just ask that people please maintain your property. You can call and use the Greek name Anonymous if you want to. If you see an issue in your neighborhood that you would like to report to code enforcement, to come out and investigate and validate. And but we'll make contact. We'll give them a verbal warning. We can give them a written warning out in the field. If it's a rental property, we can also mail a notice to the property owner who may be located in the Virgin Islands, Shanghai, Israel, New York. And but we have to wait until everybody's been properly notified, and hopefully they will comply and clean up. But if they don't, then we have to take those judicial steps and get it resolved through our environmental court system, which is a very good court system. And we have a very good judge who is fair, and he listens to these cases and gives them a little bit more time to get it right. But main thing, we need to educate, and we have a good code enforcement staff. We have 4 officers. The city is divided in 4 sections. Each officer has an area, 4 different sub areas they go and investigate each week. And so they will be in that neighborhood at least once a week to re-inspect properties that are already working or create new cases, making contacts, verbally notifying, educating folks on what a violation is and what they need to do to correct it. But I love this city. I'm a native son. And my goal is to make sure that this city, and I'll tell you, the main goal of code enforcement is to bring the attention of residential and business owners any existing code violations that would bring a negative impact on the neighborhood. And we want a clean, beautiful city for our community, and we're going to do the best we can to make sure that happens. That's
Thank
all.
you so much. I appreciate that. You all are doing a great job. We have a lot of work to do. And you said the kids sometimes leave the wrappers and stuff. Some of the adults, I've seen some people walking down the street, just throw stuff on the ground. I'm like, okay, really? Well, okay, that's another story. But yes, we do need to try to do a little better, everyone. So this call is being recorded. I'm going to move real quickly to our HR department, and then we'll be done. But I want to encourage everyone to make sure you share this information. Like I said, it is recorded. You'll be able to go back and listen to it. Some valuable information was shared this evening. So we're going to turn now to our deputy director of HR, Ms. Lewis.
Good
You have
evening,
the floor.
everyone. You might be wondering how to apply for a job with the City of Forest Park. The city of Forest Park is no longer accepting paper applications, but it's really easy. Basically, you will go on to our website, and which is www.forestparkga.gov, and follow the steps. You click on departments, human resources, then you click on job opportunities and apply now. And this will prompt you to create an account. And once you register, you'll be able to apply for jobs that the city has posted. And then you also have the opportunity to upload a resume and a cover letter. We have several positions that we are advertising for. We're really excited. So if you're interested, please go onto the website and apply. The website does have a complete listing of the jobs that we have open. We have staff assistant at the police department, public safety educator at the fire department, fire inspector 1 at the fire department, program coordinator at the recreation center, recreation supervisor at the recreation department, aquatic supervisor at the recreation department. We are also looking for a director of planning and community development. This is in our planning and zoning department. We're looking for a mechanic in the public works department. We're hiring police officers as stated earlier. And we're also looking for communications operators, part-time and full-time. If you're interested, please check it out. We're looking for an office coordinator, accreditation and quality assurance in the police department, a management analyst for grants in the police department. The fire department, as Chief Clemens mentioned, is also looking for firefighter paramedics and also firefighter EMTs. Where the Public Works Department is looking for a heavy equipment operator. You must possess a Georgia commercial driver's license, your CDLs, with the appropriate endorsements. And the Public Works Department is also hiring for maintenance workers. And if you have any questions, please give Human Resources a call at 404-608-2347. And that's it. Thank you. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you, Ms. Lewis. And I would add that we do have excellent benefits with the city. So the city is a great place to be employed if you are looking for a job and have some of those qualifications that we're looking for. With that said, I believe that's all of our city employees. Did I miss anybody that's online with us? Nobody in the building with us. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and end the call. Again, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. This information will be made available on our website. I will email it out to you, and I ask you to distribute it. Give it to as many people as possible so they'll know who to call, what to do in this informational session that we have for this evening. Thank you all to all of my subject matter experts on the call, which is all of our staff employees. Thank you, Ms. Williams, school board member, for being here. Thank you, my residents that are here in the audience with us. And I believe we have one on the line with us as well. You all have a great evening. And I have refreshments for those in the building, those not. Y'all just have a good night.
I'm coming for my refreshment.
Take care.
Yes, ma'am. Have a good one.